We're here to reclaim the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King.
I see so much light in this room. I think the world could be changed.
We need to do our own internal reflection and remind ourselves that change starts with us. MLK Now is a very important gathering of artists, activists, faith leaders from literally all across the country to make sure we reclaim the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Lala Anthony.
Adepero Oduye.
This is Omari Hardwick. Some people ask, why the word feminist? Why not just say you are a believer in human rights or something to that nature? Well, because that would be dishonest. Feminism is, of course, part of human rights in general, but to choose to use the vague expression, human rights, is to deny the specific and particular problem of gender. It would be a way of pretending that it was not women who have for centuries been excluded. It would be a way of denying that the problem of gender targets women, that the problem was not about being human, but specifically about being a female human, the reason we're all here.
As influencers and activists and artists, we can help elevate people's consciousness. We can help widen people's perspective around who is actually engaged in a legacy of liberation and resistance. If we included many more voices of those who have been resisting, women, queer folks, folks from different racial backgrounds, different disciplines, we could indeed help folks realize that resistance really starts with all of us.
My own definition of feminist is this: a man or a woman who says, yes, there's a problem with gender as it is today, and we must fix that problem. We must do better. And by this definition, yes, we should all be feminist.
I would say to our activists, we're built for this. We're built for this. Our ancestors went through much worse, and they made it through.
So why should they ask me to put on a uniform and go 10,000 miles from home and drop bombs and bullets on brown people in so-called Vietnam when so-called Negro people in Louisville are treated like dogs and denied simple human rights?
It has been said that I have two alternatives: either go to jail or go to the army. But I would like to say that there is another alternative. That alternative is justice. If justice prevails, I will neither go to the army nor will I go to jail.
Well, I tell all of our activists that we can't be ahistorical, meaning resistance didn't start with us. We are in a long legacy of resistance.
You have assembled for more than 30 days now to say, we are tired. We are tired of being at the bottom. We are tired of our children having to attend overcrowded, inferior, quality-less schools. We are tired of smothering an airtight cage of poverty in the midst of an affluent society. We are tired of walking up the streets in search of jobs that do not exist. We are tired of working our hands off and laboring every day and not even making a wage adequate with daily basic necessities of life.
We overlook the worth and the significance of those who are not in professional jobs. But let me say to you tonight that whenever you are engaged in work for the building of humanity, it has dignity and it has worth.
We can't lose heart. We can't fall into despair. We have to pick up the tools that have been handed to us by our God and our ancestors, and we have to keep struggling and keep pushing.
Somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest for rights.
I had a dream, a crazy vision. It may sound strange, this intuition, but it was true, beyond description. And somehow I knew that it was real. that there is one sky above, and there is one soul